right now. The plastics are also, some materials for people who are, recycling them into chairs and other stuff. When it comes to organic waste, what can we do with it? Beautiful. I'm asking about organic waste because I remember some time ago, I think it was Monsieur Kofi time, where we're talking about making energy, power. We have so much sun, we're not making use of it for solar, and we have so much waste that we're just allowing to go bad. So what can we also do with organic waste that we're generating?
Beautiful. Yeah, David. So before I come to even the submission of the role we have to play, let me tackle this. This is a very important one. So if you have the time, I'll invite you to one of our project sites.
So this is the video I was talking about. It's on Facebook on Love in the Morning. Please go check it out. So these are fisher folks. Leo, they went fishing, and instead of bringing fish, look at the amount of fish they brought. That's
the bottles.
All the bottles.
Bottle fish.
That was what the nets captured. So if we allow this to go on for like the next 10, 15 years, So
I mean, for me, I think these people should be at the forefront of fighting plastic waste. We also but nothing.
The understanding, the education, the enlightenment is not there.
Exactly. And please, you see, this is not for me. It's really, really sad. Okay, and if it's even better if we're able to get our plastics from the water this way. What happens eventually if we are unable to get them out of the water is that we are going to consume them.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
So eventually this will degenerate. We are talking of the sea. Yeah. It is salty with a lot of chemicals. Would get this thing degenerated, but will not decompose. It will just be degenerated into smaller bits, and then we have what we call the microplastics. And so we may even be getting fish, but then we are consuming several tons of plastics as people. And we need to get this. You see, it's not a matter of manu means you have taken water or I've taken a certain product and I've thrown the bottle away. I've thrown it outside the four corners of my house. So that is the end. Eventually, it comes back to you. The plate that you'll be served with, the food that you eat eventually comes back to you. But David, we are talking about the organics.
Yeah.
There are several, in fact, not just the organic, there are several technologies that we can use after all this has been done. And of course, companies are saying that we cannot recycle a certain plastic or whatever. There will still be residuals. The residuals, and I believe that is why we feel that there are solutions to all of this. Yeah. We will always have some minimal waste if we're able to go through all the processes very well that we can deal with. And there are technologies to deal with these ones. We just piloted a project we call the demonstrating project. We got some funding from the German government, thanks to them. And we have put in place a very beautiful demonstration plan just to let people understand that all the compositions of the waste can be used for something else, particularly for energy generation, for even agriculture. Okay, so what we call composting. Okay, I know companies that are already doing that. And so the organics that I talked about, one of the most common technology we can use is biogas, systems that we can use to produce or convert this organics.
Fertilizer.
Not even fertilizer, into gas.
Gas,
for
okay.
cooking and
gas for cooking, gas for
powering. Human waste.
Not even human waste.
Food waste.
Food waste. Anything that is fermentable.
Okay.
We can use. We have a demonstration plant in Carrier, that's Jankoba. Huge biogas facility, state of the art, that we think that this is where we need to be going to. The municipality needs to take this up.
You know what beats my mind? We have city engineers.
Yes.
We have people who have been put in positions. You are also engineers. And I know as engineers, you have times when you meet. You have platforms where you have deliberations and conversations and discussions and all that. Are you saying to us here that this has not come to the attention of other engineers, including our city engineers? Because if indeed, Leo, what we're hearing is anything to go by, then we should not have any filth or rubbish anywhere in town.
At least not to these levels.
No, we should not have any. Because the point is this. No, the point is this. All the plastics can be recycled into something else.
Yes.
That gives money to certain individuals, gives materials to the companies that are recycling. So therefore, they're in business. Yeah. So you don't have to see plastics anywhere in town.
Exactly.
We don't have to.
Yeah.
When it comes to organic waste, where our gutters are choked and all that, we don't have to see any filth, any refuse anywhere. Why? Because we are recycling them into gas, into other forms of energy. So Kumasi will be clean, Ghana will be clean. That's what I'm asking, that these engineers, don't they have all this knowledge?
Yeah. So let me tell you something. So you see, that is why when you asked your first question, I started with what?
Mindset.
The mindset. Because for me, at the user or the company or the engineer, I will need this in a volume. Okay, so if David, you throw yours into the gutter, if I throw mine into the gutter, eventually it will not come, okay, in the quality, in the quantity that I need it. That's why you see them, littered around. And if you get a waste, if somebody wants waste to be collected from their home all the time, there are companies that are willing. Let me tell you, even paper now, paper. Yeah. There are companies moving around signing agreements with institutions that are generating so much paper because they don't want that waste paper.
So that they will use it for
tissue papers. That's what they're using.
And then egg crates
and all of that. So there are companies. So
you see, my argument. So if we do it right, if we do it right, we will not have filth or refuse anywhere.
We should not. If the mindset is right. Needed.
Yeah. So that's why some countries are exporting now.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm asking.
Because they have.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. That
you see, okay,
Ribeiro
so Dave,
you guys are the engineers.
Okay, so Dave, so Julius and I, we sit at KsTU, and one of the reasons why we were able to work or have that demonstration plant is because we worked in collaboration with others and then got funding to be able to do that.
To show people, some people don't even believe what we are talking about. They don't even believe that you can even use this for, so you can actually produce even gas from the plastic if you don't want to use stuff.
So, Roberto, forgive me. Roberto, forgive me.
All right.
You know what just came to mind? We have ministers who are sanitation ministers.
Yes.
Some of them are having. But we have ministers out there.
Yeah.
If this idea is sold to them, because listen, we're generating 2,000 tons of waste in Kumasi on a daily basis.
Yes.
So if you have trucks, and these trucks are for plastics, these trucks are for organics, these trucks are for papers, these trucks are for that.
Exactly.
And on a daily basis, we are moving these trucks to the communities to pick up the waste and take them to places where these companies or factories need them. Yeah.
Okay, so Dave, it's one of the things that I wanted to point out. You see, we've talked about sensitization and all, but elsewhere, it's in addition to sensitization, they have policy.
No, that's what I mentioned, the sanitation minister.
Yeah, which regulates.
The environmental.
Yes, so whoever it is has to be able to. We probably have to look at our sanitation issues and generate a policy which addresses the value chain. I think that one of the biggest challenges we have is the value chain.
But
and the actors in the value chain.
Dr. Ribeiro. So we're having this conversation.
Yes.
Our eyes have been open to some things.
Yes.
With this knowledge you have yourself, what have you done with that knowledge? Who have you engaged with? Aside from speaking to people who have, helped you to put up this factory that you're doing this piloting or whatever, how far or how hard have you guys pushed to ensure that we're rid of our city of the filth, get cleaner air to breathe, and yet people get jobs to do and have a better life?
Okay. I'll give you just one or two examples. Some years ago, we worked with Nana Jinsem. Nana Jinsem is the paramount chief of Kushia. And I know you've been, I don't know whether you know, but Kushia is one of the cleanest towns in Ghana.
Is it a town with the palace, the big palace?
Yes.
Yeah.